Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Byrd, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we have to talk about it, why you aren't getting ahead. There are reasons, and we're going to talk about it, and let me know what you think. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, and thank you once again for being here on the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Everybody can watch the live stream, but it's members only chat every Wednesday night. And even tonight, I dropped a link under the community tab. That's where members have a special message for them in case you want to join the live stream. There's a link there under the community tab. All right. And the discussion straight out the box is going to be about why you aren't getting ahead. A lot of you feel like you may not be getting ahead, and there are reasons for that. And we've discussed it before. And some of those discussions involve, you're giving your money away to somebody else. I did something unusual today. I dropped another video maybe 30 to 45 minutes before this live stream. That's right. It's unheard of. And that was about another reason why you aren't getting ahead and why prices are going up for housing and what's been going on behind your back. And some people don't realize it, but it's happening, ladies and gentlemen, siphoning off your wealth. Well, the same rules are applying here. We're going to be talking about, of course, the inflation. That's siphoning off your wealth. And let's see who's here with the icons next to their name. That means you're a member of the channel, and they're the ones that can chat. And it looks like Wilson Khoo's in the house with the icon next to his name. Good evening, Mr. Byrd and SSN family. Thank you so much for being here. I humbly appreciate that. And so we're going to talk about why you aren't getting ahead. And it's pretty simple, ladies and gentlemen, inflation. And we have solutions to this problem, but you have to think about a few things. I have something that's at the tail end of the video that I'm going to of the video I just dropped, that I'm going to actually share with you right now. All right. Oh, by the way, how can I forget? Please smash that like button so the YouTube algorithm knows that we have a few people watching the live stream. All right. Now, I'm going to go and pull up something that was so disgusting to me that I had to in the video that I made today because of this. And this right here just got me. Because this is another reason why all this type of conversation, why you're not getting ahead. This is, as you can see on the screen, Jamie Dimon says JP Morgan is hoarding cash because, in quotes, very good chance, unquote, inflation is here to stay. Now, okay, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at SSN Nation. We know inflation is here to stay, but it has nothing to do with guesswork. When you print nearly half of the money supply, in one of the previous videos, I went over the M1 money supply, you print nearly half of all the dollar bills in existence within 4 years. Economics professors in the house, is anybody around? Everybody knows, if they study economics, if you print money, inflation is going to rise. That's just standard issue. And so for a CEO of a major corporation to sit here and CNBC spouts this BS, come on. What do you mean, very good chance? And they're going to hoard cash. SSN Nation, please, We all know what's going to happen if he's going to hoard cash while there's inflation. We all know he can have $100 million, but inflation is 20%. That means that $100 million is going to be worth $80 million while he's hoarding it in a vault somewhere. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. This is how, and the reason why you're not getting ahead, because that type of headline, people are thinking, oh, I should hoard my cash too. And who should they hoard their cash with? The banks, the hedge funds, the 401k, the pension guys going to start giving, deals going, well, you don't have to pay me my normal pension. I'll take a little bit less. You know what I'm saying? This is this kind of talk, acting like holding cash when there's inflation is a good thing. Somebody slap this man. I'm tired of this nonsense, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now let's get on with it. We have Victor Marrero in the house with the icon next to his name. Hello, all. His obligatory opening line, let's do this. That's right, we're in the house here. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, welcome to the Wednesday night live stream as well. He has the icon next to his name along with Victor Marrero, along with Wilson Khoo, because the only people that can chat tonight are members only. But the rest of the world, you can watch this video. And please share the videos, because we're trying to help the original citizens, the OGs, the OCs. We're trying to help everybody here. All rising tides lift all boats. And that's why we can't have this kind of talk when somebody says hoard cash, because there's going to be inflation. The only talk that we want to talk about is if there's going to be inflation, then you better get yourself some gold and silver straight out the box, whether it's going to be an ETF or whether it's going to be physical gold and silver. That's one way that you can hedge against inflation. The other thing that you can hedge against inflation is, you know what to do, get assets, because assets rise during inflations. So in case you have been missing it, home prices have increased because of inflation and because of what I mentioned in the video that I dropped about an hour ago, because hedge funds, corporations, and all these guys who have free money, they're buying up zip codes. They're buying up 200, 100, 300, $30 million worth of homes, $20 million worth of homes, outbidding you, the ordinary citizen. All right? That whole story I'm going to get into in that video. You're going to have to watch it. But this video right here, this live stream, we're talking about why you aren't getting ahead. And one of the major things why you are not getting ahead is because, let me give it to you one more time, ladies and gentlemen, as we talk to a few other people. Deizel Mike's in the house. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. I appreciate you being here. Good evening, everyone. Mr. Evans from Vegas is in the house with the icon next to his name. He's got the pen, pad, and ready to roll. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Nice to see you once again. He's here. Thank you so much, Mr. Evans. And once again, let's get into it. Why you aren't getting ahead? Not only is it inflation, but let's put things in perspective, shall we? If you go out and try to buy a home, a property, a house, they have rules. Put down 20%, put down 10%. By the way, your interest rate's going to be 3%, 4%, 5%, whatever. Now, other people, banks, hedge funds, all these guys, all they got to do is make a phone call and go, hey, you know what? Even though we don't really have any money, we took other people's money. Why don't you give us a loan? How about that 0%, 0.5% loan that you can give us? And then they are going around increasing the prices on us. And what happens when they increase prices and you have a W-2 job? You guys know what happens. It doesn't have nothing to do with inflation. But just the fact is, they can just say this product, this price, this service cost an extra 5% this year. Who's getting a 5% raise? And if you do get a 5% raise, you're just breaking even. You haven't gained anything. Now you have your money sitting around in bank accounts, sitting around even in stocks, sitting around all over the place. And all of a sudden inflation is 10% in 2 months. So if your portfolio didn't perform 10%, you're in a negative. So again, you can't get ahead. So how are you going to get ahead, ladies and gentlemen? Invest in yourself. You've heard me talk about this all in 2021. You have to get assets. You're going to have to create just what we're doing here. I'm doing live streams on using StreamYard. Again, you know the obligatory stuff by now. Down below in the description, of course, there's StreamYard link. Of course, there's free $10 from Bitcoin. Of course, there's free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. You can use that down below. Moses TV's in the house. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. I'm glad to see you here with the icon. Good evening, SSN fam. Let's get it. His obligatory opening line. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. The master plan being executed, corporations buying properties. That's it, Curtis Davis. I dropped that video earlier today. That's what he's in reference to. And that is a heater, ladies and gentlemen, because, you know, I was mild-mannered. I was going through it. I was all trying to be calm. But as it built up and you just see all this crazy nonsense where they're actually using taxpayers' money. You guys don't understand how it just riles me up. OCs, we're out here. It's real in the field. We're competing against each other. We're competing against other businesses. We're competing. And then we have this whole nother level that's above us who are sitting there not competing at all. They're getting handouts. They're sitting there saying, hey, you know what? We're giving out this PPP money, but we're going to take it. HUD is giving people money, but it ain't us. We're going to take that 50 million, that 90 million, that 20 million that you're going to give us to go buy some property. That's not us. Okay? That's the top 0.5%ers, and they're getting wealthier, and they use taxpayers' money to compete against us. That's how come we can't get ahead. This is all by design. Just like Curtis Davis is saying right now. It's by design, ladies and gentlemen. You don't understand. This is really getting to be a very, very bad situation because whenever you can transfer wealth, whenever you can take off the table and say, you know what, we're going to give somebody $2 trillion. So they're able to give somebody 20 million, 50 million, 100 million, and it keeps going. Meanwhile, the American citizen, remember that $2.2 trillion and people got a $1,200 stimulus check? If you would have distributed all the money to all of the Americans, it would have been something like $5,500, $5,600. So they shorted everybody $4,500 in essence. Where did that $4,500 go? PPP loans, other government grants and other loans, and you know who gets those. So you're sitting there working your behind off, and you're thinking, why can't I keep getting ahead? I just got a raise of 10% over the last 2 years. What is going on? This is like a hamster wheel. That's right. It's by design because they don't want anybody being around, being able to have a big smile on their face, be 30, 35, 40 years old, being able to do whatever you want, living your best life, unless you always got to deal with nonsense. All right. This is a straight setup. So all I'm trying to implore everybody here in SSN Nation and who can hear me, please get your assets. And by the way, speaking of assets, on Friday Night Live, I'm going to have Mr. Estacio from the Punta Cana area. He's the realtor. He's the one who has that Central Park downtown exclusive agreement because he works for Apartment RSD or whatever their name is. He's going to be on the Friday Night Live. And also the new one that's downtown Punta Cana as well. That's a hotel. That's a commercial zone underneath the building. And you can literally, it's literally, I mean, it's got to be 50 yards to Coco Bongo because I know it's in that field right across from it. And it's a little set back from it because they have like a courtyard, but it's that close. And they have a few units left. And because it's, let's face facts, they want 20% down, I believe. No 10% down here because they know this property is going to be prime time because it's being built more or less for short-term rentals. A studio unit's only like 200 square feet. A one bedroom's only 336 square feet. So this is definitely short-term because that would be claustrophobic staying in there for months on end. But that's what you want. Downtown, $73,000. $55,000 for a studio. One bedroom, $75,000. $14,000 down for a one bedroom. He's going to be on our Friday Night Live, and you can talk to him and ask questions about the Punta Cana area. He's a realtor there, and of course, he has a lot of properties that Apartment SD or RD, whatever they're, I think it's RD, Apartmento RD They have a lot of projects, and they're the exclusive master brokers that they're not sharing with anybody else. So I had to have them on. So this is one of the ways that we're not going to get our wealth stolen from us, ladies and gentlemen. We just move the playing field. You keep the money yourself and use your money to invest. All right, Victor Marrero, Fed Reserve Chair Powell, spoke today, and the market shook. You're doggone right, the market shook. I don't even know what he said, but I have an idea. Let me know what he said. I'm going to guess right now. He's going to say, oh, just like, what was it, 2 months ago? When he goes, we're not going to raise the interest rate in 2020, 2021, no time in 2022. We'll talk about it at the end of 2022. I'll bet you he said, oh, we got to start thinking about raising the interest rates. I bet you that's what he said. Let me know if that's what he said, because that's the only way that you can keep the ordinary citizens down, the OCs, all right? Because he keeps that free money flowing, then that means assets appreciate. And when assets appreciate, people have HELOCs. And now you get to borrow money just like the top 1 percenters get to borrow money against their assets. And then you have like these low interest rates. Now you're creating a situation where you're creating millionaires from the bottom 20% of the population. You follow what I'm saying? That's my theory anyhow. I have a conspiracy theory. Jason Insminger with the icon next to his name. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream with the members only chat. Good evening, y'all. TRCH AMC. Yes, that's right. We are holding AMC. I don't care what anybody says. These clowns are out here doing 1 million shares in the dark pool today. They're not bringing them up on the exchange. So therefore, you know what happens? The price on the exchange drops, trying to get out the weak hands, of course, because we do have a deadline of the 18th for quite a few people. At least a few million shares are going to have to start changing hands in the next 48 hours. All right. Not all of them are on the dark web or dark pool. Crypto wise, CSC, SHIB, we have that. XLM, Stellar, we have that. XRP, we have that. VeChain, VET, ADAR, Cardano, AMP is the new one that came out. It's all looking like gains. I haven't even looked. I'm happy to hear this. Now, TRCH was one somebody mentioned, a week or two back. So that's doing great. I'm glad to hear that because that popped up. And so we're going to go into the stocks in a little bit. Let me know what you guys think, why you aren't getting ahead potentially. Because some people already get ahead because they already invested in stocks. Stocks have risen. You've already invested in real estate. Real estate has risen. Some of you are sitting there with their gold and silver, but if you would have 2 years ago, you would have bought gold at half price, not gold at half price, silver at half price, and gold would have been about 30 to 40% less. So you'd be winning all the way around as far as that's concerned, except there's one little problem. The inflation numbers, if you're holding cash or if you're holding any items that you can't get today's money in. So what I mean by today's money, if inflation has already kicked in, so you can always charge more for your services. So that's what I mean. Assets you can always charge more for. Business stuff you can always charge more for. So as long as you can do that, you are staying ahead of inflation. So that's why if you're not already ahead of inflation and you have a W-2 and you haven't started a business, you haven't done anything online, please look down below in the description. I got the live feed for StreamYard. The link's down below. I got the podcast that you can do for free. The link is down below. You can upgrade if you want to on those platforms, and that'll help. I also included Haps TV. And today I found out Haps TV is no longer an app. You can actually use it just like StreamYard on your desktop, on your laptop. And the reason why that's very powerful is because on Haps TV, you can stream to 5. That's right, 5 platforms for free. And allegedly, I've never used it, but all 5 platforms, the comments from all 5 platforms are supposedly combined. That is pretty major. If you have a product or service, then you need to put your voice out there. You don't have to be on camera. There's lots of people who don't show their face, but they're still selling products. All right? You can do podcasts. You can do that. Don't forget Clubhouse came out on Android. So that's wide open. Facebook is coming out with something similar to Clubhouse. Of course they are. There's always going to be knockoffs, especially by the big boys, right? They have millions and millions of customers. So it's natural. So if they get, I don't know, 50,000 people to use that, that's still going to be bigger than Clubhouse. You follow what I'm saying? So the sky's the limit on how you can invest in yourself and use your own money. All right. They got OCs up the creek without a paddle, government printing. Exactly. Oh, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial. That's the way I look at it. Up a creek without a paddle and the sinking ship. They putting holes in your boat too, by the way. Fed Reserve Chair Powell said today inflation will be at around 3.4% by end of 2021. He's also estimating it will stabilize at around 2.4% by the end of 2022. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Stop it. It's not going to happen. We already know 3% inflation was last month. 4% inflation is going to be in the month of June. You cannot print half of the money supply in the whole world in 4 years and sit here and tell people, oh, we're only going to have inflation for 2.4%. You know what? They're trying to put you to sleep. They're trying to make you feel safe. But anybody who understands investing and economics, which everybody here at SSN Nation, please review the videos, you know that is not going to happen. Okay? These guys do not have any more tools in their playbook. All right? All they can do is increase interest rates, reduce interest rates. Then they can print more money. Then they can give out free money for loans to spur on building. But all that does is spur on the rich getting richer and pressing down and oppressing the people who don't have money. Come on. All this nonsense, 3.4%. Come on. It was 3% in 1 month. There's no way it's going to be 3.4% for 12 months. That's absurd. All right. Okay. Members of the channel, if you saw the community tab today, I posted the lumber prices year over year. And I also posted up where my friend told me, hey, you know what? Something I bought last year for around $2,900 in lumber, the exact same thing cost $12,900 this year. Okay, I don't know what Jerome Powell's talking about. I don't know what Jamie Dimon's talking about, but my man didn't hoard no $12,900. He only hoarded $2,900. That crap, man, makes me upset listening to these clowns. And they're supposedly running stuff and supposedly know how economics works. Everything that I'm saying, you guys can go look it up yourself, how inflation works. In fact, hold on a second. I got something up here. Hold on. We're going to Investopia right now. All right. I can't believe Powell said some nonsense like that. Also said that they plan to keep interest rates near zero, just as it is today. Doesn't foresee it going up until, that's what he keeps saying. This gave a last minute lift to the market. Yeah, because that little 3.4% that he was talking about, everybody knows that's BS. So they were waiting for the shoe to drop, just like me. I was expecting them to go, okay, we're going to raise the interest rates. Well, all he did was he just kept the status quo where the markets go, all right, man. It looks like we're good until the next Fed meeting in 3 months. Yeah, this is ridiculousness that they're doing. The new GTC coin starting on Coinbase today. I'm not familiar with GTC, Curtis Davis. I'm not familiar. Uh-oh, hold on. I think I got something wrong here. But anyhow, I'm going to put on, what's going on? Oh, I see what happened. Okay, I'm going to put on Investopia for inflation. In case anybody doesn't understand, when these guys are out here acting ridiculous, saying this crazy nonsense, all right, I'm just giving you, it's real out here in the field. I can't have SSN Nation emerging millionaires believing this stuff because all that does is lull you to sleep. That makes you think, okay, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. No biggie. I'll just, keep giving my money to the bank, keep giving my money to the hedge funds. We'll just keep going as it is. All right, let me explain. Here's how it goes. In fact, let me put this, I'm going to put this in the chat room. All right, so you guys can see this. in case you ever want to use it, because I don't have it down below in the description, but you can go see it for yourself eventually. All right, or right now. Now, I'm trying to find an area that they're going to talk about it, but this is basically, they start out with the movie ticket thing. They say in 2005, a movie ticket was on average $6.41. By 2019, it was $9.16. I don't know what movie theaters they're going to, but any movie theater I went to, it was over $10. So I don't know, but oh well, whatever they want to say, that's fine. That's probably what the number is across the average of the USA. Now, here's the key takeaways that they're saying. All right, I'll use this one. If the inflation rate exceeds the interest earned on a savings or checking account, then the investor is losing money. I don't understand what's so hard to believe. So let me give you an example. Let's say you have $100 in a saving account that pays 1% interest. After a year, you will have 101 in your account. But if the rate of inflation is running at 2%, you would need 102 to have the same buying power that you started with. You see what I'm saying? So when these clowns are sitting around here talking about, oh, it's only going to be 2.4, it's only going to be this, and then last Wednesday or last Monday, I showed you where the government said interest in May was 3% by itself. So how's he going to come out here and talk about it's going to be 3.4? And they also projected June to be 4%. So 2 months, it's going to be 7%. So all of a sudden, what? Everything's going to be 0% for the rest of the year? What kind of nonsense is this? They're trying to lull you to sleep, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm a bit heated about the way they're telling people about how things work, when any economics person will tell you that is dead wrong. All right? Now, inflation occurs as demand for goods and services grows. That's right. As the total money supply in the economy rises. Does that ring a bell? As the total money supply and economy rises, 50% damn near in 4 years of the money supply. How could you not have inflation? Clearly, here's Investopedia telling you what's behind inflation. So when you have a tariff, when you have tariff wars and you raise the tariffs 5% to 25%, and then you go around the world with our allies and have us renegotiate tariffs, and then they increase them 2%, 3%. Yeah, goods and services grows. Inflation occurs, ladies and gentlemen. That's the other reason that it happened. Come on. This isn't rocket science. Okay? As more people buy more goods, sellers hike their prices, i.e. the lumber. $2,900 last year, $12,900 this year. All right? Now, a winter frost can damage the orange crop. Now, gas, for instance, we had that pipeline situation. Again, where's the reserves? I don't know. But because that pipeline gets hacked, all of a sudden you have supply and demand issues and seasonal increase, like they always do at the end of May for the summer. Let's get real. All right? Now, are you guys understanding the situation here? Hopefully you understand this inflation is no joke. All right? They're just trying to lull you to sleep. But you're not going to be asleep here at SSN Nation, because we have you on the right track. We have you getting assets, or at least thinking about getting assets. We have you thinking about investing in yourself, whether that means starting a business, whether that means creating an online business, influencer type situation coming up. But you need those extra revenue streams, because when they unleash this, whether it's going to be 2022, whether it's going to be 2023, and interest rates start going up, all right, it's going to have to. There is no way around this. You better put yourself in position to have extra money coming in the door. I don't care if you're sitting there going, hey, Eric, I make $120,000 a year right now. I don't really care. I'm telling you right now, if inflation, let's just say inflation's 15%. All right, your $120,000, unless you get a 15% raise next year, your buying power just got reduced to around 105, 110, 100. All right. So even if you make over 100 G's, that puts you in the upper 1% of American population. You're not even going to be safe. You know who's going to be safe, though? Those people making millions of dollars. Those people who are capitalizing on getting those 0% interest rate loans, who is not us, the ordinary citizens, they're corporations. They're in corporations. They're hedge funds. They're banks. They're the ones that's going to be making out like bandits. All right. You know why? Because you, ordinary citizens, are going to be losing their properties. All right. Let's see what you guys got to say about this. And I don't know about that GTC. Let's see what we got here. All right. What else we got going on? Spotify's coming out with their answer to Clubhouse with Greenroom. It's going to be interesting. Deizel Mike, exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen. Again, the rich are going to get richer. They realized Clubhouse was not a monetization. Clubhouse is free. So it doesn't do anything. But if you go to Facebook, if you go to Spotify, they use people's information on the platform. So now what's going to happen? Facebook, Spotify, all of them, Instagram, which is part of Facebook, all of them are going to come out with their own version. You know why? Because now whenever there's a subject matter, they'll sit there and say, hey, you know, this real estate investing in Mexico, let's say, we had 1,000 people in that room. And the demographics were, you know, that 35 to 45, which generally indicates people who have disposable income. They're sitting there and all that information they're gathering and they're giving it to somebody and they're getting paid for it. All right. Because when you're on these platforms, they're using your information. Any click that you do, they're using it. So this is one of the things of why you're getting left behind. You have to start thinking in that term yourself. Every time I want to do something, I got to try to get paid. That's how you stay ahead, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let me know what you think, how you're going to stay ahead. Because it's coming. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's going to be 15% this year minimum, the inflation. So think about it right now. If anybody started to go looking around for apartments, you started noticing price increases have already kicked in. You go buy food, price increases already kicked in. That's right. Silverman Fox, welcome to the Wednesday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Hello from New Jersey. New Jersey's in the house. Thank you so much for being here once again. Nice to see you. Curtis Davis, movie tickets are $12 or more. Exactly. And so in 2005, it was $6.41 on average. So if you go by $12, it's damn near double. Does that sound like inflation was only 2% every year or 3% every year? No. 10 years means divide 10. Right? 10 years means inflation is 10%. Roughly. That's 100%. So I don't know where this 2, 3, 1% nonsense they're talking about. And they were printing money from 2009 to 2016 as well. All right? So again, it was bogus then. It's bogus now that inflation is only 2% a year, 2.4, 3% a year, and we got it in check. That is a lie. Don't get caught up in the lie, ladies and gentlemen, because that's just lulling you to sleep so they can confiscate and take your wealth away. Don't you want to be wealthy? Come on now. Fast 9 movie going to be $30 a ticket. Oh my, that's insanity. That would be bad. That would be bad. GM considering accepting Bitcoin. Rumors. That's all it's going to be is rumors. All it's going to be rumors. You know, this is so funny that I love it. We found out about, you know, El Salvador doing Bitcoin, Panama talking, other countries that are third world countries are talking. I love it because that means people are going to say, hey, you know what? This is usable. And now ordinary citizens can come up. This is going to be a beautiful thing. I hope GM does it. That would be awesome. Eric, that person you're inviting here from Punagana, is he a realtor? Yes, he is. He's a realtor. Mr. Estacio, he works for the Apartamentos RD. All right. So he'll be on Friday night live here to answer questions. And of course, we'll be talking about their properties. They have the Ziba at Vista Cana property. They have the Central Park downtown. They have the new REA suites and residences. They have another place in Vista Cana that's on the golf course, but it's already sold out. They have stuff all over the place. They have about 10 projects that they're exclusive for. So it's very interesting. So we're going to talk about a few of those. It's going to be awesome. All right. They hide inflation in new home prices. Every 10 years, home prices doubles. 2006, home 200. Yep, and yep. Yes, exactly, Mr. Financial. It's all hidden, and people don't realize it. Just like right now, you're bidding against companies to buy homes. Not only are you bidding against your other OCs, you're also bidding against corporations who don't mind paying an extra 20, 30, 40%. By the way, that's what's in the video that I just dropped about an hour and a half ago. And everybody who's here right now, please smash that like button so the YouTube gods and the YouTube algorithm smiles upon us. All right? Because they don't like what we're talking about here in the SSN Nation. Because this is the real stuff. This is how you get people out of making ends meet and change it into where we have extra streams of income, so we then can play like the one percenters. We can go around the world. We can stay in the United States and buy assets. And we don't have to rely on getting free money like the top 10 percenters do, stealing our taxes and giving it to them and giving them 0% loans. All right? We're not doing that. We don't have that luxury. So we have to figure out ways to get our extra streams of income, get revenues coming in, how to buy assets. Yes, it takes time. It takes time. But if you're diligent and you say, okay, today is the day that I'm going to start and do something, then we're all good, ladies and gentlemen. You can't hide facts. Can you ask him if he can bring info from Cap Cana? Yes, in fact, they have some properties in Cap Cana. I know 2 of them are sold out, though. I don't know about the 3rd one. But yeah, we'll talk about that too. In fact, now that you're mentioning it, I was going to have him on tonight as a surprise, but he had a meeting late. So I said, you know what? We'll just do it on Friday. I was going to spring him on you guys tonight, but I was like, nah, because he couldn't get back to me about 3 hours ago. But here, I'm going to ask him about Cap Cana now. But yeah, Cap Cana is going to be awesome. Wilson Khoo sent me something earlier today via email about the Margaritaville in Punta Cana. Austin, Texas, bidding plus 100K over. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Exactly. That's exactly what's happening. Any hot market, that's where the Fundrise guys are going to be. That's where all these other funds that people are getting in for $500, even the Grant Cardone type funds. That's why he doesn't care. Okay, look, let's talk about this. Grant Cardone, he's buying A properties. He's using people's money that they get, just like a hedge fund, because his are funds too. And then he's buying the property 10, 20% higher than the asking price. And people are sitting there going, what the hell's he doing? I'll tell you what the hell he's doing. You guys, whoever invested in his fund, he manages the property, so he gets a percentage for the management fee. When he bought the property, he sold it to his company, and he got another fee. Then, because the property is in the fund, he takes another fee for being in the fund as the fund fee. So do you really think he cares about overpaying 20%? He used your money to do it. And then, since he used your money to do it, then he went around and went to the government and said, hey, man, can you give me a loan? Because the property value is worth so much. I mean, this is why the rich keep getting richer as they use our money. You think it's a good investment. I can't blame anybody, right? You're investing. You're going, wow, this is a way for me to get 5%, 6% or whatever per month, per year. I don't know why you would give somebody money for getting 5 or 6%. If inflation is going, well, inflation's going to be over 6% this year. So in essence, you lose money. So I'll put it like it is. If you invested in Grant Cardone's funds, you're going to lose money. Inflation's more than 6 or 7%. Congratulations. All right. Does a hell of a marketing deal, though. Get you guys to invest in these stupid funds that he's got. while he's siphoning off fees left and right, selling to his own companies left and right, so he can get some more fees that you guys don't read the fine print about. Yeah, exactly. Uncle G, as they call him, 10Xer. Yeah, he's 10Xing using your money. On news, they keep saying they're running out of affordable housing. That's correct. That's exactly what's happening. We're going to be a renter nation. Even though, don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted. These corporations and everything, they've been doing this ever since the crash, ever since about the last 15, 20 years. But they weren't able to do it on a mass scale. You know why? Because they only had X amount of money. They weren't going to go out and get loans for $200,000-$300,000. I mean, $200 or $300 million just so they can go buy some developments back then, because they would be on the hook. But when we had this pandemic and they're giving these corporations $50 million, $20 million, $100 million of taxpayers' money, that's free money. And now they're going out here buying these homes with our taxpayer money. And now the rents are going to increase. Because why? They're hedge funds. They have shareholders. They're pension funds. They have shareholders. So therefore, we, the ordinary citizens, are going to pay more taxes. All right? You guys are getting this, right? And by the way, pay more taxes and have inflation on top. And if you try to borrow money, the interest rates aren't 0% or 0.5 or 1%. Okay? Unless, of course, you buy an assets like crypto and you have Celsius Network and you borrow 25% of your money. And then you can have a 1% loan like the big boys. That's right, OCs. Please smash that like button. And down below in the description, please sign up with Celsius Network. I also included Nexo. Either one of these companies, although Nexo doesn't have the 1% loan. So I'm rocking with Celsius. Deposit $400 or more, use my code. They give you $40 of free BTC from Celsius Network. Anybody who's new and do not know, yes, you can borrow money just like the big boys also. 1%, and it's interest only up to 36 months, and your last payment, the balloon payment. So the whole time you're just paying interest only payments at 1% annually. All you have to do, invest in crypto, keep it at Celsius. You can borrow against your assets and pay yourself back. You be your own bank. If you missed that video, I got a video. Just search the Stop Struggling Now channel. You can be your own bank. I have it all in there. How simple can this be if you can get the necessary extra funds? That's the hardest part, right? Extra funds to invest. That's what you need. All right? So that's why I have tonight down below in the description, if you want to start a podcast at no charge, Buzzsprout down below. If you want to start live streaming at no charge on 4 or 5 platforms, I have Haps TV down below. I have StreamYard, which I'm using right now, down below. Download this, start your business, start your sales. You can utilize these platforms. And I'm talking about, the social media platforms, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the TikToks, Snapchats. You guys know how this is. Everybody now should be acquainted with social media marketing. Don't let all these social media companies keep using your information and to their advantage. It's time for you to use your own information to your advantage. Melanie Bonita, Miss 24 streams of income. Yes, notice I call her 24 streams of income now because Clubhouse. You can get your streams of income on Clubhouse, additional streams there. She told me and us on 2 weeks ago on Wednesday night, she was on the screen because members of the channel could be on the live stream if they want to be. All right. Only the link is under the community tab. But the thing is, she told us how to monetize yourself by doing Clubhouse and by doing videos, motivational videos. Going to get CD Baby, signing up with CD Baby, put background music on your motivational video or whatever you're talking about, and then you load it up into the iTunes, the Spotify, iHeartRadio, and people could pay that 99 cents or whatever it is. I don't know because I haven't done it. And now you have another stream of income potentially. Like I have motivational videos that I have done, which means I actually already have content that I can load up. I probably have at least 20 to 30 motivational videos I've done. So all I got to do is put music behind it, sign up with CD Baby, and then put it on the other platforms or have them upload it to the other platforms. And hopefully checks start rolling in. Another stream of income. All right. Jason Insminger, house on my street in DC listed for $835 and sold for $975 in 3 days. Good God Almighty. Look at that. Exactly, Jason. And now everybody's locked in because the fact of the matter is, let's just say Jason's up the street and he goes, wow, that house sold for $975 and I have a similar house. He could be like, well, I'm going to sell my house for $975. The only problem with that is he can sell his house, but then where's he going to move to? If he's not going to move to the sunny southern coast of America, which generally has the least expensive homes, then it does him no good. If he's going to try and stay in the DMV area, and where's he going to find another house? That's the downfall. That's why a lot of people move out of California, out of New York, and other major cities, because moving to the Midwest, moving to the South, homes are almost a third of the price and live like kings. All right. And no taxes or less taxes. So, yeah, this is no surprise. Thank you for sharing that. And this is what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know who bought the house, but for them to go over 100 and almost, what is that, $140,000 over the asking price in 3 days, that means I don't know what's going on. I just have a hard time. Somebody says their house is $835. I send them a note and say, hey, we want to offer you $835. And then they turn around and go, oh, I'm sorry, we have higher bids, higher offers. I'm like, holy smokes. And you don't want to be on that wheel because now you don't know who you're competing against. You could be competing against a corporation, hedge fund, pension fund, because you can get, the rents in DC are outrageous as well. Senators even running around who make about $130, $140 a year, running around in DC talking about they don't make enough to live there. That's how bad it is. What's frustrating about Delta variant, COVID-19? Why didn't they drop vaccine on all critical countries? Now it's spreading to us. That's correct, Curtis Davis. That's exactly right. Exactly right. Nobody's blocking out anything with regard to the variants for COVID. And the vaccines may not handle these variants. So it's going to be very interesting. The Real Estate Sharkfest is coming up. Be ready to execute 2022. I agree. But unfortunately, here's what I think is going to happen. They have staved off this situation with foreclosures thus far. It should have happened a year ago. The thing that's annoying is they're going to have another bill, another PPP, another stimulus package, another infrastructure where the money is going to be in the hands of the corporations who are going to be able to bid up the price on any of these foreclosures. They're going to do what they did in 2009. They're going to try to buy up 1,000 homes if they can. And then who knows what they're going to do with them, but more than likely rent them out, because where else can you get a yield where you can turn to your customer or your shareholders and go, you know what? We're going to get 8% per year from our real estate portfolio. 8% on a couple of $100 million. That's a lot of money. So how do you do that? You raise the rents 8%. And if inflation is going up more than 8% per year, it's going to be reasonable. It's bad. And here we go. Wilson Khoo's in Canada, so he knows exactly what's going on. Up here in Canada, we already ran out of affordable housing long ago before pandemic. Now we are looking to see the crap show coming. Yeah, tell me about it, Wilson Khoo. Canada was the first one because they had, what was going on in Vancouver and Toronto was just outrageous, where shacks were being torn down because people were building $1.5 million homes. It was insanity. Research has shown vaccines of Pfizer and Moderna do offer protection from variants. That's good to hear, but you need 2 doses. Yeah, exactly. And the variants are going to catch up with some people, unfortunately. That's just the way it is. But for me, you guys know my position. No vaccines for me for the last 60 years. All right? That's just the way it is. No vaccines, period. No, 60 years. It hasn't been 60 years. But all I'm saying is no vaccines for decades. Because 1, no trust. 2, I'm good. 3, I'm going to wear a mask. Simple. I have no problem with wearing a mask. I have no problem with getting some fluids and wiping my hands down, because you never know who's going to be sick. You don't know who's going to have a variant. So this is just going to have to, in my mind, that's just the way my life's going to be for a long time. All right. I'm not going to be comfortable, even everybody not wearing a mask. But then again, you don't know who's going to be sick. There's no sign of a person carrying the COVID, any of the COVID variants. You don't know. Even the person may not know, because some people didn't know they had it when they went tested. It said you had it. They were feeling perfectly fine. So it just goes to show you, are you going to take a risk just because they said, here, take a shot? I'm not. Unlike past vaccines, the Moderna builds the protein spikes that are on all variants. Yes, I've heard about that. I've heard about that. Clean your hands often. Yeah, you have no choice, because what happens is what's on your hand. Like, you might touch something and then you rub your face or your mouth or whatever, and it could actually have that virus on it, right? Another reason why you aren't getting ahead. Think about it. Medical bills, right? Or lack thereof. Forget the medical bills, but your employer or the state, or however you got to get your medical insurance, you have to use your hard-earned money to pay for medical insurance, right? And again, you guys know that argument. If we would have had health care for all, that would be off the table. You wouldn't have to worry. And businesses wouldn't have to cover their employees. They'd be able to use that money that they're paying for healthcare and insurance and all that. They'd be able to pay employees higher wages. All right. This is simple economics. And the fact that the United States or a government, all these great minds, wouldn't go, hey, all right, that makes perfect good sense to us. Why are we spend almost $1 trillion on the war machine? What's the problem? Right? Clean your hands often. All right. Most people don't use the mask properly, and cross-contamination happens. Exactly, Wilson Khoo. Exactly. I was very sick when I was a kid. So that's one of the reasons why I have a different point of view on mask and how contamination and all that cross-contamination works. And again, here's what oftentimes happens. People go to the grocery store. They have a guy running around spraying off the handles, and wiping it down with the cloth. Then he goes to the next cart, sprays, wipes it down with the same cloth that he already cleaned 5, 6 other, 10 other carts with. That's cross-contamination, ladies and gentlemen. So you are not safe. All right? And that's generally how everybody does their cleaning. You know, they use one cloth. You're at a restaurant, the guy wipes the table, then he's sitting there wiping the seats, then all of a sudden he's using the same cloth to do the next seats. Cross-contamination. All right? A little story about me that you guys don't know, and some of you may have heard me mention this before. I was a janitor at one time. That's right. Cleaning up in an electronics place. So when you start talking about cross-contamination and air qualities and things like that, things matter. So you understand right then and there, you can't be wiping stuff with the same cloths, with the same swaths, the same liquids. There's a whole protocol, and nobody does this protocol out in the open when they're trying to clean, like I said, restaurant cleans their tables. They're cleaning up carts at the grocery store. They're cleaning up. Nobody considers the proper protocol. So Wilson Khoo has a very good point. you should check into living benefits from Combined, which pays you tax-free dollars for illness and accidents and no income verification or medical. Oh my, that's major. Is that in, well, Canada's different. You guys, people, that's a developed nation. Well, let's just call it what it is. America's like the only country of the developed countries that do not have health care for all their citizens. So is this what you have in Canada? Let me know, because I don't know why you would, but if we have Combined in the United States, you might, whoever's got their pen, pad, and paper ready, that's a gem right there. That is a gem. It helps you pay bills that medical insurance doesn't cover. That would be awesome. That's the restaurant life right there. Moses TV. Exactly. That's exactly it, man. Check the video on the housekeeping practice in major hotel. Oh, man. Yeah, right. Yeah, some of the hotels are using EV lights. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost an hour into the Wednesday Night Live. Please smash that like button. And if you like what we're talking about so far, we talk about this and a lot more all the time on the live streams. Please subscribe to the channel. And again, tell people about it. Combined is in USA. I like that. I'm going to have to follow up and find out about that. I like that. That would be awesome. Let me see. You said when it, let's see, it helps. Let me see. What was that you were saying? Let me see. It helps you pay bills that medical insurance doesn't cover. Yeah, I'm trying to think if a lot of people might have Medicare who are a little older, and so it doesn't cover everything. I mean, they got A, B, C, D, and it still doesn't cover everything. So maybe this could cover it like an additional rider, so to speak. That would be pretty sweet. A lot of people aren't wearing masks here in Florida anyways. Let it rip. Exactly. Exactly. I'm back down in Florida, ladies and gentlemen, and I was out and about today, and yeah, that's what I see. I see it's a mix. I see some people wearing masks, but I would say it's almost like a 40% not wearing masks, 60% wearing masks. All right, so far. But I'm pretty sure as time goes on and they keep talking about vaccines, then I'm pretty sure people are going to stop wearing them, thinking it's safe. And it's not going to be safe, ladies and gentlemen. Again, OCs, we don't want you dying young. We don't even want you in the hospital. What is wrong with protecting yourself? There shouldn't be. You should think about yourself, number one. All right? Don't act like somebody else is going to protect you because they tell you that they got a shot and you don't know if they did or didn't. All right? They know most OCs don't have a clue about cross-contamination. Funny. Public gets info from news. Exactly. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Combined Insurance of America. I like that. I'm going to find out about them. I like that. I love that, in fact. I'm looking for something like that. Check it out, and it has helped many people that I know. Excellent. I will be checking it out because there's something else that I'm thinking about. But that's pretty cool. God, looking at Wilson Khoo. Jason Insminger. That's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, we're almost an hour into the show. If anybody has any questions, anybody want to talk about anything else, I put in the dire warning. 2 videos. I put in dire warnings in this live stream. I'm putting in the dire warning. I dropped a video today to show you what the hedge funds, the pension funds are doing. The dire warning. I put a video out on yesterday about dire warning. That seems to be what I'm giving is like warning signs. That's all I'm giving. But we have solutions for all that, right? How many of you got some more AMC? AMC has dropped down to around 55, 54, 56, but we're about to find out what's going to happen in the next 48 to 72 hours. It's going to be very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, the dark pool guys were at it again, passing and selling their synthetic shares back and forth, trying to swap and bringing the price down because they're not putting these on the exchange officially. So therefore, no OCs, no retail investors can buy. Man, these guys are tricky. They're tricky. But ultimately, they're going to have to surface when they have a January 18th deadline. But they got the price down another 10%, though. Gino Chimiente got his 20% increase and took his profit off the stock market for AMC. because it went up that next day to around 61, 62. It went past his 20-25% threshold. So he took his money and ran. So that's pretty cool. I have a friend on Medicare and sick, but he can only go to the hospital for 60 plus straight days. Must come home, wait a month to go back to get another 60 days. Exactly. Exactly. It's a travesty. It really is a travesty. This is what's going on in arguably the greatest country in the world, the most financially liquid company or country in the world, and they're doing their citizens with this garbage right here. This is a travesty. And for American citizens, you should want all American citizens to be healthy. Why? Because that's your mother, that's your father, that's your brother, that's your sister, that's your cousin, that's your relatives. That's also your well-being, so that you're not going to have to worry about, maintaining your job, maintaining your health. A lot of people don't go to the hospital because they don't have the insurance, or they know they're going to be charged an arm and a leg just to go get checked out. I mean, that is causing a sick society. All right. So that seems like it's on purpose to me. This isn't rocket science. All right. I'm giving you pills. I'm giving you everything to maintain yourself and go crazy. But heaven forbid if I actually have something that you can just come in and say, hey, you know what? I need a little help. And you don't have to pay for it, for the help. And now you're getting physical, mental, and type of help. Think about it. Somebody needs psychology, or some talk to people, and they're charging them, anywhere from $50, $100, $200, $300, $500 an hour. And somebody needs mental health, and they can't afford it. I mean, think about all these little things that happen in our society. This is how and why you can't get ahead. Some people might think it doesn't affect me. You might think, okay, my 10 neighbors, they're going to the hospital, or they're going to see a psychologist. They're going down, getting help, mental health wise, or maybe they're not. And now you have things such as mass shootings. You got things such as people taking their life because they're sick. They just don't feel good. They're mentally not well. And that it takes a toll on society. I don't understand what the problem is here, ladies and gentlemen, but supplemental health and accident covers, that works. That sounds like what combined is. Heading to Punta Cana in October, 10 days, staying at the sanctuary Capco. Ooh, then guess where? You got it, sir. The Hard Rock Hotel. After over 1 year being locked up, we're going at it. My, Victor Marrero going to be living the high life, going to be hanging out the sanctuary at Cap Cana, ladies and gentlemen. Right on. That's an awesome place. Wilson Khoo at Jason E. just helping out. Exactly. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Combine open to all U.S. citizens, exempt. Oh, man, except New York. Are you kidding? Once again, what is up with New York? Man, I never wanted to live there, but the more I'm finding out that people have a hard time starting a LLC, hard time getting banking, this is insanity. They're charging people an arm, a leg, and taxes. Property values are through the moon if you live near the city. This is just insanity. They pay minimum of 10 days, even if you were in hospital for 1 day. Some have been paid up to 3 times the number of days in recovery. Also, cancer care, that is multi-pay for each time you get cancer. Hey, that's what people need, that type of coverage. But what's it going to cost? That's the question, right? Siphoning off your money to protect your health. It's a travesty. All right. So what are we going to do? Once again, you guys know, go down below, look at what I have down in the links. All right. Because I don't know. I have a lot of things that I added down below. The free $10 from Coinbase, that's down below. The free stocks from Robinhood and Webull, that's down below. Oh, Wealthfront. A lot of people don't like investing in stocks or crypto. So then there's Wealthfront, and you guys know what Wealthfront is. That's the one where you can set it and forget it. Well, they'll manage your money for you, right? So that's down below. If you want to get assets such as crypto and then you hold them over at Celsius, where you can get loans at 1%, no credit check, no qualifying, and you get a loan against your assets. Celsius Network, down below in the description. All right, I'm looking at it right now, what I have. Nexo, you can do the same things with Nexo. They give you earn interest daily on your crypto, and you can get loans against your crypto. All right, now let's talk about you yourself, because that's what this is going to take in the 2020s. I'm saying it, the 2020s, you're going to need to be your own boss, the CEO of your life. We have t-shirts, ladies and gentlemen, that say that. Go to stopstrugglingnow.com to get the t-shirt, CEO of my life. Now, we have Opus Virtual Office, right? So you can become a affiliate marketer for them, because a lot of people are looking for their businesses. I have that link down below. All right. I have the live streaming, both StreamYard. You can pay as soon as you have more. If you need 3 or more platforms, then you pay. If you just have 2 platforms, it's free. The link is down below. Podcasts, Buzzsprout. Again, they have a free version. Then you can pay, so then they keep your podcast up. Okay? But if you're doing business, it's a tax write-off. All right? Now, I also have something that people need, credit. That's how, in case of emergency, pull open your credit, right? You can still build your credit. We have the new fintechs. Build your credit easily. I have a heading for that down below in the description. How you can get credit with no hard inquiry, no credit check. All right? I do have the Credit Strong. I do have the Self-Lender. Those are installment trade lines. They're down below. They report to all 3. I have One Finance that has come out. That's down below as well. One Finance has a credit builder that they're working on. They give you lines of credit, and it's based on your direct deposit into One Finance. Okay, this is personal. Okay, that's there. We have Benjamin Finance and X1 Credit down below. Their wait list for both of those. They don't check your credit either. It's going to be based on your bank account information or some other criteria. We don't know yet, but their wait list for both of those. Tomo credit card is out. You link to your bank account. Then they decide, whatever their algorithm is, what your credit line is going to be. But it's more or less like a charge card. They give you like a net 30 or net 15 to pay back what you used the card for. All right. So that's it. That's pretty much how simple it is. Get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. That's down below as well, in case you want to get into stocks. All right. Now, let's get back to the regular scheduling program. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's go. Let's go. I missed something here. Let's go see. Didn't see that about New York. Yeah, New York, it's no surprise. It will cost you less than shelling out your U.S. medical. You got that right. Prices are fixed for your age band for as long as you have it, and they only increase across the whole group. Oh, that is awesome. That is something new, because Wilson Khoo, normally in America, here's how insurance works. If you go with a private insurance company, they'll only cover like a state. And as soon as you go to another state, you might not even be covered. So what you're sounding like is something that they don't do in America, but I'm going to have to look into this, because if they're allowing you to go across state lines and you're in a group environment, that means the rates are lower as a group, and you can add more people. That's major right there. We got to look into this, ladies and gentlemen. Update, very bottom. They do take citizens from New York, special 1-800 number that you can call in. All right. Okay. So there's special rules for New York, but at least they do take New York citizens. I'm liking the sound of this, because this sounds like a group insurance, which insurance companies, they lobby against. Because let's just face facts. Certain parts of the country, the rates would be higher or lower. So they don't want to be able to have coverage for certain the higher that they can get higher premiums for certain sectors of the country. They don't want to combine it to bring everybody's lower. So this is very special information, ladies and gentlemen. Combine for your health, because health is your wealth. That's how you stay ahead as well. Because if you don't get sick and you don't have to spend your money for your being unhealthy, once again, you can spend that money on assets. So think about it. Curtis Davis, wearing my hard work equals entrepreneur t-shirt. Thank you so much for mentioning that. Mr. Financial, representing Moses TV, thought they did for New York. Yeah, they do, but you got to call that 1-800-SPECIAL. Health is wealth. Exactly, Moses TV. They do special number at the very bottom of the website. That is great to hear. Business can buy from Combine and list themselves as employees and pay for the benefit. Uh-oh. Now we're talking, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're talking. They started in U.S. and they are not group insurance, but personal. However, if you have a company, then you can buy through your corp. Yes, you can. That's exactly a good point. That is very, very awesome. I'm going to have to find out what the rates are. Okay. But no, what I meant by group insurance is they're saying that they have coverage in all these states. So that would indicate to me that if I go to Texas, and if they have it in Texas, I'm assuming I get sick in Texas, then I don't have to worry about Blue Cross going, oh, I'm sorry, you're in Texas. That's out of service. It's not in, what do you call that? I can't even remember what it's called because I rarely even use my insurance. I don't get sick, but it's in service. It's not really in service, out of service. They have a special way they call it. But what I'm trying to say is they're going to say you're out of network. That's it. Out of network. So I'm in Texas. You're out of network. So now we don't cover. You got to pay out of pocket X amount, and we'll pay 20% or some crazy nonsense like that. So they don't end at 65, but 85. Beautiful. That is beautiful, man. We're going to have to find out about these guys. Crazy. Most people go bankrupt because they don't have passive income. Exactly. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. Out of network. Thanks. Yeah, that's it exactly, Curtis Davis. I couldn't remember what it was. But that's what they use. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, you're from California and you got sick in Georgia? Oh, no, we're not covering that. Yeah, we'll cover out of network where we only pay 20%. Yeah, thanks. One day at the hospital, 5 Gs. Thanks for that $1,000. And thanks for me paying my insurance premium every month for no damn reason. Thank you, Moses TV, out of network. Exactly. Thank you, Curtis Davis, Moses TV. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So those are the other reasons why you aren't getting ahead, because everything is set up to take your money away instead of putting things in place for you to keep your wealth or keep your money where you can use it yourself. And that also makes you more dependent on other people. So when I posted up with Jamie Dimon's talking about hoarding cash, trying to give a signal, like telling people who don't know any better that they should hoard cash, even though there's inflation. That is the situation where that keeps people down. Because think about this, a person that only makes like a lot of $40,000 a year. And they're sitting there going, well, Jamie Dimon said hoard cash, and they go, hey, Powell just said, well, inflation is only 3.4% this year. Well, if you knew it was 15% and you only make $40,000 per year, guess what? You're just now reduced. Your income has been reduced to $35,000, just like that. Because now you can only buy $35,000 of items with your $40,000 salary. All right, just like that. So this is how and why it's hard to get ahead. All right. Had people that had dental surgery and pulling teeth or root canal, and they got paid for 11 days. Okay, this is unusual, because if you're saying they cover dental too with the health care, they're usually separate. That's interesting. The company was started by William Clement Stone. Okay. Well, we're going to find out. I'm going to have to look at this. Too many cold facts, Eric. That's how we do it here. You know how we do it. And that last video that I just dropped today, you guys should check it out. All right? You should really, really check it out, because I go over how the housing market is heating up simply because you have these billion-dollar companies buying up properties. It's just sickening what is happening. So let me see if I have anything else going on here. I did. Oh, wait, I didn't have HAPS. I thought I had the HAPS app in this. I can't believe I didn't put the HAP app in there. Oh, I do have the HAPS live streaming app down below in the description. You can stream to 5 places. You can use your phone or your desktop. And on your desktop, it makes it a little bit easier where you can have people come into the stream, and you can go up to, I think they said 8 people in the stream. So that's pretty serious, and that's free totally. All right. And you can stream to Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Well, I don't know if you can do Instagram, but you can do Facebook and you can do YouTube. And I'm probably missing one, but you can, they said you can do 5. So I don't know what the 5 were, but that's pretty major. All right. Dental surgery is surgery, and that is part of the coverage. Wow. That is impressive. I'm surprised. I've never heard of Combine. That is impressive. Man, learn something new every day. A gem has been dropped, ladies and gentlemen. Now we just got to find out the rates. Silver is going crazy as some are not able to fill orders. So buy the funds with silver stocks. There we go, Wilson Khoo. There we go. You knew this was going to happen. Okay, so he brought up a very good point. Let me explain the silver scenario. When I sit here and I bought, oh, by the way, dividends from GOLD. That's right. Barrick Gold gave dividends. This is why I like the ETFs instead of holding the actual physical. The physical is a black hole. I don't get any money. The ETF, I'm still getting money. All right, in some of them. Now, here's what's going on with the silver and gold ETFs, what people don't understand. So now you have stackers who are out here buying gold and silver and precious metals. But you also have these ETFs who are also into silver and gold, and they are trying to back what people are buying into their fund with the actual physical gold, silver, and precious metals. So you have 2 people looking to get gold, silver, and precious metals. One person is using other people's money, i.e. the stock market funds, and then the individuals are out here trying to get it, and it's a tug of war. The funny part about all of this is somehow the price is not going skyrocket. It's not hyperbolic. It's not going up. I just don't understand. It's going up, though. In 2.5 years, it has doubled. People have, 100% on silver, 100% on almost everything except for gold. Now, but this is going to come to a head, because just like we have those orders that don't get filled for stocks that nobody talks about that much, we have the same thing going on in silver and gold market. They're not going to be filled. So I'm just saying that's how it works. Jamie Dimon also said that everyone needs to return back to their office in July. The work from home adventure is over. Back to the grinding mill. Of course, Mr. $1.5 million a year, but we're not going to talk about his other compensation. Mr. Dimon, that guy is a character. I will say that. I just don't understand how you always have these evil Einsteins at the helm of a lot of stuff. Jamie Dimon could actually change the world, but instead he's doing all this FUD like he did Bitcoin and all that from 2009 to 2020, and then all of a sudden in 2020 he starts talking about Bitcoin is all good. And now he's talking about what the latest thing, there's a very good chance of inflation as it's happening as we speak. And he's acting like it doesn't exist. Disingenuous. and he makes a lot of money. He has no reason to do that other than to make sure his company keeps a hoard of cash. It's crazy. Most people never had it as they were covering farmers. Oh, okay. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Wilson Khoo. This could help out thousands of people. Recommended by Much Gold, Silver, Copper Mining, PLG. That's right. We recommended it. We've been recommending it since not even last year. Over 2 years ago. Because it was January 2019, Silver Stacker Challenge ended. And we were talking about it in 2019. So yeah, 2 years ago. Over 2 years, we've been talking about stacking gold and silver. And if anybody would have done it, you've earned, well, the price of it has gone up 100%. Except for gold's only about maybe 70%. But still, this is nothing to sneeze at. And it's being suppressed. It's being suppressed, just like precious metals suppressed, just like AMC is being suppressed right now. Some companies have seen productivity in their staff working from home, and they can cut rent space in office buildings. Exactly. That's exactly right. I am very surprised that a lot of businesses aren't just going with the stay-at-home model. Platinum, uranium too. Exactly. Those are the other precious metals I'm referring to. Platinum, uranium. Exactly. All of it is being suppressed because you can't look. There's ordinary citizens that have been stacking all these precious metals for the last 20 years. Why? Because in 2009, 2008 crash, silver stackers were added again and all precious metal stackers. But then they have, they have suppressed the market. Even though it has risen, they've still suppressed the market. Everything should be 5 to 10 times more than what it is right now. Easily, without a question. I personally ran the numbers from 1980 up until 2020. Based on inflation, silver should be over $1,000 per ounce. Never mind about gold. It should be up there with Bitcoin, to give you an idea. All right? But it's not. It's a travesty. Stocks, CrowdStrike, pop 3.5%. We've talked about the cybersecurity. Curtis Davis specifically talked about it. Mr. Financial, cybersecurity, FEYE, CrowdStrike, for starters. Wilson Khoo had the other one that I can't remember which one it was in the Bay Area. All right? But a lot of cybersecurity companies you should be investing in the stock market. That's the way of the future. We know what the future is. Cybersecurity is one of them. Artificial intelligence is another one. Autonomous driving is another one. Right? You know that's the future. 5G, the future. 5G runs off of satellites, so satellites, the future. Space, the final frontier, the future. All suppliers, rockets, aluminum, metals, needed. Lithium batteries, suppliers needed until, the other battery comes out, solid state. Domo popped. And Curtis Davis talks about Domo. So we'll see. I rarely show Domo. Oh, okay. Here's Domo. 65 to 75, still within range. 52-week high is 79. So it's at its 52-week high pretty much. Cloud software. So Apple has cloud, Microsoft has cloud, Domo has cloud, Google has cloud. There's also Dropbox that a lot of people may be sleeping on. DBX was in the $15 range just 3 months ago. I believe it was 3 months ago. Let's go look. No, it looks like it was more than 3 months ago, but still, it's moved up over the last few months. Lowest you could have done is 22. So that's not bad, 33%. But again, this is undervalued, clearly. 52-week high is now. Oh, 52-week low was 17. I just don't know when it was. But it was 17 when I was talking about it. 18, 17, here we go. November. Somewhere in there. DBX, in case you're not familiar with it, that's one you should also check out. Here in Canada, here's what we pay in Canada for cancer, heart attack, and stroke. About $53 a month for 45 to 54, and $73 for 55 to 70, which gives you $200 a day coverage. These are the Canadian prices. $200 a day. Your hospital costs less than $200 a day? That's impressive. Jeez. Zinc, check, SLZ. All right, here goes something else, ladies and gentlemen. Haven't done zinc. SLZ. See who this is. Uh-oh, penny stock. 28 cents in Canadian. So that means it's on the Canadian Stock Exchange. So we don't have the luxury. Oh, wait, hold on. Nope, it's Canadian. Yep, we don't have the luxury for that in America. Unfortunate. Yep, Canadian Security Exchange, yes. Yeah, Wilson Khoo, you're fortunate. We're not. All right, GM going to spend $35 billion. Blink and CHPT jump 5%. Love it. Love it. Love it. We talked about GM. We've talked about Ford. They've committed to EV 2025. You should have gotten GM like 3-4 months ago, at least minimum, when we were talking about it. Should have got Ford like last year when we were talking about when it was $5. But either way, you still can get in now and go along for the ride. CHPT is charge point, BLNK. We all know we were in single digits last year. We're still holding. We're still loving life. It's going to rise. Just hold on strong, ladies and gentlemen. That's the future. EV is the future. Eric, the federal eviction moratorium is still set to expire at the end of this month. Over 4 million people fear being evicted. Yes, they will be. Did you hear anything about an extension? I haven't. No, no extension. I don't think anybody's going for the extension because, like I said before, the top 10 percenters, they're calling up the Congress guys and the state senators and saying, look, man, we're tired of holding the water on this. It's time to let this just rip, you know? So I don't think anybody's going to save it, especially with the vaccines. But I haven't heard anything. No, that is just a daily pay on top of what you get from your medical. Okay. Reed stock. I don't know what that is. I'll look it up. I don't think that's, let's see. That's $1. Ginger-based tonics, including candy. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about, but here it is. I don't know. Zinc in general, where you can get as a lot of the batteries and solar panels. Exactly. There's zinc, there's gold, there's silver. All of that is used for industrial use. So, elevator going up. I'm on it. Exactly, Moses TV. You got to be at the right place at the right time because that's the only way you're going to be able to get ahead, and you have to take risk. Let's just face facts. You're going to have to take risks. There's just no way around this. All right? They are not extending the moratorium as they can get higher rent for the line of people that need housing. I agree with all that, Wilson Khoo. I agree totally. Penthouse apartment in the sky. That's right. That's right, Moses TV. Exactly. That's how we do it. You guys might have heard that expression I've used before when I used to talk to people, and I'd say, hey, you can do this, do this, do this. And then I'd respond with, they'll go, no, no, no. So I'd say, hey, man, I got to drop you off on the first floor. I'm rising to the top. Uh-oh, we have a new member in the house, Tim Smith with the icon. Welcome to the Wednesday night live stream with members only chat. Tim Smith became a YouTube member of the Stop Struggling Now Nation. I thank you so much, Tim Smith. Nice to see you again. I appreciate your support. I humbly appreciate your support. Thank you so much. That's it. Penthouse Sky. We have Tim Smith as a new member. Wilson Khoo, Canada is ahead of us on that. I went to the emergency room 2 months ago, and today I received 2 more bills. Everyone wants a piece of me. Thank God for the military plan. Oh, yeah. If you got the military plan, that's what my dad has. What do you call it? TriStar or something like that. It covers everything else if it's not covered. Man, sweet. Banks have already sold the government their foreclosed units and delinquent mortgages. Yes, that's true. Tim Smith, hey, good to be here again. Thank you so much, man. I humbly appreciate it once again for the support by becoming a member of the channel. And I'm glad you're here in the chat room as well. Welcome, Tim. Enjoy the ride. Yes, that's right. It is a ride, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're here and just got here, please smash that like button. And we're going to have Mr. Estacio, a realtor from Punta Cana, on Friday Night Live. And they have several. In fact, I pull it up. They have several properties that they are exclusive brokers for, that no other realtor can sell it. So I can't use Andrea for like the Ziba property. I can't Ziba Vista Cana. I can't use Andrea for Central Park. I can't use Andrea for the new REA suites and resort residences downtown in Punta Cana. And I can't use it for their other 8, 9, 10 properties that these guys have the exclusive contracts for. So if you are into looking for real estate in the Punta Cana area, Mr. Estacio is going to be here. You can ask him questions, and we'll probably go over some of the projects that they have. So he's not a real estate attorney like Ask Johan, but he's a realtor and knows a lot about the properties there because he's all over. It's crazy. TRICARE, yep, is the military plan. I just call them and tell them to take care of those bills. Exactly. Thank you, Victor. I'll have to catch the replay of tonight. Thank you so much. I'm glad. Thank you. They're saying Reed has support, 60 cents a share. Sell-off expected on Friday. Okay, are we talking about Reed stock at $1.08, the ginger maker? Let me know if this is what you're talking about, because it's definitely got support if it's $1.08. Down here, it's at 85 in May. Well, it was at 64 in December. Seems like it's rising. 1989. Virgil's Root Beer, Sonoma Cider Mill. I don't know. I guess, you know how these beverage companies are. You just never know. And at $1.08, it's worth a risk, because oftentimes Pepsi, Coca-Cola, or another beverage company buys these little guys up. So we're going to find out. Victor M, true, but they are trimming the coverage while we get larger taxes. Exactly. Higher taxes, right. I understood. Exactly. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, these are all the little things where they're taking some of your money and why you just can't seem to get ahead. You know, I was here in Florida, and I looked at the registration on a car, and I could not believe it. $77 for a 2019 car. Now, in California, that same car would be roughly $350 to register. It's just insane. Just insane differences. My Biz can do loans for people, corp, buying investment property. And if your business is renting out property, then we can get you hooked up. Okay, send me some information on that, Wilson Khoo. Is it in Canada or USA or worldwide? Let us know. It's either better health care or higher taxes. There you go. That's it exactly. Take your pick. And it's a damn shame what's going on around here. No win situation. That's it exactly. There is a way to win. Unfortunately, the way to win is stay healthy, because otherwise if you got to go to the hospital in America, you could be in medical bankruptcy just like that. The guys that make the t-shirt, remember I was trying to get that Nobody Coming to Save You t-shirt? Come to find out, I was wondering why the guy hasn't returned my messages. I had a heart attack. Dude's only like 45, 50 years old. But he had a heart attack. Apparently he got something in his heart, pins or something. I'm not familiar with that procedure. And get this, because he runs a t-shirt business and it's family operated, which is him, he came back to work in like 4 days, knowing full well he's not even supposed to be nowhere near work. It's just crazy. Just crazy. Oh, yeah, worldwide. Okay, well, send me some information. I'd appreciate that. Good job at Wilson Khoo. Exactly. Exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hour and 36 minutes. I got to get something to drink. So excuse me for that. Now, if anybody's new here, you know we can talk about anything you want to talk about. We don't have to talk about, insurances. We don't have to talk about real estate. We don't have to talk about making money. Any discussion you want to open up, that's how we do it here at SSN Nation. If you have any questions, hit me up here, or after this video runs, you can go down below in the comments, or you can always send me a message at eric@stopstrugglingnow.com. All right. Sorry to hear about t-shirt biz guy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We'll connect with you with the info by email. Thank you so much, Wilson Khoo. Yeah, this is something that should be shared, especially if people can get this. Because any way that you don't have to keep paying your employer some ungodly amount of money for a little bit of coverage, that could help you out. Also, if you don't have coverage or you're trying to pay on one of these exchanges and they're charging an arm and a leg, maybe now you have another option. That would be beautiful. That's awesome. Interesting. How do those work? Terms, interest rates. Exactly. 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 Here's what he's talking about. Loans for people, corporations buying investment property. If your business is renting out property, then we can get you hooked up. There you go. Assets can hook you up. All right. Was it cool? Interesting. Revolve jumped 3%. SoFi reset to $21 a share. Nice buy zone. Oh yeah, SoFi's been in buy zone as far as I'm concerned. 21, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. All that's in a buy zone to me. I would recommend buying SoFi. And of course, everybody knows, members of the channel on the community tab who have the icon, they know when I bought Revolve. I told them Revolve was $17 a share roughly. And people were thinking, this is during pandemic last year, and people were like, what's he buying this for? Right? They were going like, why is he buying this? Let me go see SoFi. Yeah, 21.83. Yeah, that's nice. I think it's this has everywhere to go. Yeah, SoFi, $28 is its high, $10 is low. That's because of a SPAC. But it's a finance company. And they have suites, they have products, they're coming with it. A 900,000 plus communities, probably 1 million by now. So that's sweet. And in case people don't know what Revolve is, Revolve Group, here we are, 52-week low, $14. Members of SSN Nation could have gotten in around 17, or would have found out about it when I got in at 17. And by the way, no, I'm not Gino Scimienti. So I did not buy after it went up 20, 30, 40%. I still have not, didn't sell. And I still haven't sold, even though that's what is that? What is that? That's like, let's go find 17. Here we go. We'll go with my numbers. 231%. No, I'm still sitting here greedy. Even 231% I'm still holding. All right. Just to give you guys an idea. Moses Tillman at Gmail. Can you send me some information, Wilson Khoo? Right on. Victor M. We'll get you guys all that as the business is around for a while now. Cool. Yeah, I might do it. I'll have to do a video on it because that'll be awesome. Got you, Moses Tillman. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Biz loans are always based on revenues, doors in apartment or multi-units. All right. That's how it is. Yeah. Asset-based. Asset-based. You got to like that. That's why, again, let me go back and show Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial's message, because this is what a lot of people don't understand. You're thinking in 1-to-1 ratio like how you do your personal business. In other words, when you try to go get a loan personally, you're used to them going, how much do you make? What's your debt to income ratio? That is not how business loans work. Okay? Business loans, like in the case what he's referring to, doors in apartments or multi-apartments, what he's referring to is if you have an apartment complex and that apartment complex is making like $25,000 per month in revenues, and then after that you tell them, well, you know, we're keeping $9,000 a month in profit, then you say, hey, can I get a loan for $300,000? They're going to probably say yes. Why? Because you're going to owe them about $3,000 per month or $3,500, and they know you can cover it. So it's asset based on your revenue, plus the asset itself might have a certain value, depending on how many doors you have or how many units you have. And if you're making $9,000 in profit for that unit every month, or well, call it, I won't use every month, but every year, let's break it down to a year, and then you have 100 units, you know, you're doing pretty good. So you'll be able to get a loan, a high loan, and whether you're going to use it for the property or whether you take that out and go buy something else, either way, you're in the money. That's why in 2021, it's all about SSN Nation. Get your assets. Emerging millionaires, get your assets. All right? That's what you're trying to focus on. And we here have come up with no credit check, no qualifying, downtown Miami, pre-construction condos, Punta Cana, and now Tulum, Mexico, and the whole Yucatan Peninsula has pre-construction condos on it. And oh yes, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, they want more money down in Yucatan. They're talking like, I got something today, $100,000, but they want 30% down, 20% by 2021, December 2021. So literally 50% this year, and then the rest upon delivery. This is an unbelievable unit. I have never seen this before. A studio unit. It's called the Bakal, B-A-K-A-L, and I don't know. That's all I know it by. And get this, it's well, one of them was a studio that I saw, and it was awesome. So picture a normal unit. That's a studio unit. Then you have a patio, but the patio is on the side out back. Off of the patio, they have your own little pool. And the pool seems to be like a 10 foot long by about 7-8 feet wide. So it's enclosed. So you have this little patio out back along with your enclosed jacuzzi pool. And not some 2 foot by 4 foot pool neither. It was like 6-8 feet pool by, like I say, 6-7 feet wide. It was kind of cozy and cool, I have to admit. But again, their prices are already up there. They wanted, I can't remember if it was 100,000 or 107. And that's a studio unit, but it's cozy. Oh, here's the kicker, the amenity. This particular unit, studio unit, they have a private beach. That was the kicker to this whole thing. And again, no credit check needed, no qualifying needed. So you have a lot of locations, downtown Miami, Dominican Republic, Mexico on the Yucatan, No credit check, ladies and gentlemen. No barriers to entry. It's just international real estate. And it's in zones that you can rent out. And that studio unit has management in place also. And that's the first one because that met my criteria, knew what I was talking about. Thanks, Wilson. Hit me up, and I'll connect you as soon as I finalize my setup. All right, we even find medical equipment loans. Yes, that's the thing. There's loans for everything. That's why I tell everybody to have NAV, N-A-V. Google not Google, but go to the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel, put in a search for business credit, and then please use my link for NAV. NAV is free, but in case you want to sign up for $39.99 a month or $49.99 a month, they will then give you a report to the business credit. So you'll get a business credit checkbox there. So with NAV, they help you find funding. And part of that funding is just what Wilson Khoo's talking about. It's asset-based, it's revenue-based, it's equipment-based, which is the asset-based type lending. So you have several different ways that a business can get funding versus a personal. A person can't get funding this way oftentimes, okay? The fintechs are coming out. That's cool as long as you acquire 2 more properties cash with that extra money. That's it exactly. That's it exactly. Is that in Tulum? Yes, it is, Victor Marrero. Yes, it is. The Bakal, it's B-A-K-A-L. They sent me over. I'm going to actually have this on Friday night. I have the cost. I have a whole bunch of information that they sent over. And so I'll have it up on Friday night. And it's in Tulum. Not at the beach, though, but the one unit that had the beach club, they're selling like hotcakes, they're saying. Everybody says that, though, right? No, but I believe them because they're $100,000. Even though it's a studio and not that big. But being in Tulum, which is not like being in Playa del Carmen, yeah, that would be cool. They have the land marked by region numbers. I saw one today, just a 10-minute walk to the beach, 3 minutes if you drive. Yeah, exactly. Hold on, I'll let you know. I don't think they didn't give me. Oh, by the way, yes, to your answer about Cap Cana. He just sent me a PDF. So Mr. Estacio has the Cap Cana. I knew they did. It looks like they have 2 properties in Cap Cana. Oh my, by Juanillo Beach, by the way, which is by your Margaritaville. Punta, oh, never mind, that's the golf course. Let's see, what project is this? I don't have a name for this project, but it looks like it's on a golf. This has to be sold out. This is sweet. Oh my, if you guys saw what this was, this is sweet. I don't know if there's anything for sale, but oh wait, there's prices here. Hold on a second. It's going to be, the only thing left is, oh wow, $185,000 in Cap Cana, and the most expensive is $342,000. But this is sweet right here. $5,000 to reserve, $10,000 to complete, $40,000 during construction. This is sweet. They have a few units left, only like 5 or 6 units left for the unit in Cap Cana. And in case anybody doesn't know about Dominican Republic, Cap Cana, let's just put it this way. When Vin Diesel and his security was blocking the neighbor's area, he was in Cap Cana, as it turns out. So, yeah, this is pretty sweet. I don't know what the name of that one is. And apparently they have two units over there. I initially went to Cap Cana when I was over there to look at a 2-bedroom for $80,000 in Cap Cana. Well, it was outside the gates of Cap Cana and at the present moment, but they're going to have a direct drive-through where you can they're going to set up another gate for them. But the thing itself was just a condominium complex, which I didn't like because I'm going to be renting it out. And I didn't want people to just come there and stay in a 2-bedroom unit. And there's a pool, of course, but that was it. There was no other amenities. I mean, there might have been a fitness center or whatever, but still, for me, I was like, well, for 80 grand, yes, I love that kind of outside of Cap Cana. It was next to, I want to call it Tahiti Village. I don't know if that's the name of it because that's in Vegas, but I think it was called Tahiti Village. It was next to that. And so I was kind of like, nah. And the way that you can drive in and the way the parking was, it was kind of funky. It didn't have enough space to me. So I was like, no, it's not worth it to me because I want amenities. I don't want to tell people you're in Cap Cana, but all you have is a pool and a fitness center, which is fine. I probably could charge, $350 a night, $400 a night, $500, who knows? Cap Cana's upscale. But there was no ocean views. You still had to drive into Cap Cana to where the golf course is and where Juanillo Beach is. So I was like, So that was my thing. Other people might have bought that, which they did because now it's sold out. So because Cap Cana is a cachet, you can charge more in rent and it's in a different area. But for me, I'm like trying to rent all the time. So I'm looking for amenities. The trick switching from hard money to fixed money when you acquire 2 or 3 properties. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's that hard. What I'm trying to say is it'll be hard if you're trying to do single family properties. But when you have multifamily properties, then your revenues, every time you increase your rent, your property's worth more. So now you have higher revenues and you have higher profit. So then you can always go in and get more money. So it makes it a little easier. Real estate, all about positive equity and cash flows. Exactly. The trick, switching from hard money to fixed money. That is the trick, but it can be done. Cap Cana, bring it. This is about to get real. That's right, Victor Marrero. That's exactly right. So there's a few. Okay, so, here goes another one. Okay. I don't have a name. Oh, my. Okay. I'm going to show you guys something on this rendering. How about this? I've never seen this before. Look at this. Is that a pool on everybody's deck? A spa on everybody's deck? Holy smokes. That's in Cap Cana. That is, this is interesting. Okay, how's that to whet your appetite for the Friday Night Live? Oh my. I'll even whet your appetite some more. Look at this. Let me see. How did we get there? Look at that. That's crazy. This better not be on the beach because then this is $1 million. That's all I could say. Oh, yeah, this is pretty sweet right here. 5,000 down, 20%, 20% to complete, and then 10% during construction. October 2022. Again, no name for this complex and no prices. So this might not even be out yet. So there you go. Wait, there might be a name. Panorama. No, there's no name. Just says Cap Cana. This might not even be out yet. He might have given me some info, just like he gave me that info about the downtown project. He misdirected me and told me it was a Noriega property when it was his own property. Cap Cana, bring it. This is about to get real. That's right. It is about to get real because, again, I am so mad that I didn't know about Cap Cana, and they had $135,000 on the golf course, 1-bedroom unit. I'd have been just like everybody else. They only needed 1,000 to reserve, and it sold out in 48 hours. That's it. As soon as the realtors told other people, they just bought them. And then when I got there, my heart sank. I was like, you could have walked to Juanillo Beach in 3 minutes. The golf course, you're in the middle of the golf course. On each side of you were some fairways. I was just like, this is insane. No wonder it sold out in 48 hours. People, if you knew about Cap Cana, you're there, $135,000. And now those same units, they actually show for $178,000. Even though they're sold out, there's none available. It's crazy. That looks like a swim up. Only a few with that setup in that area. Connor Rockstar has those too. Yeah. No, that wasn't. Let me say that wasn't the swim up though. It looked like everybody's deck had these. Yeah. They. Oh no, it's not. Okay, I don't know what it is, quite frankly. I'll show you this picture too. So we're gonna have to talk with him about this, because the one picture made it seem like they had water on all the decks, but it looks like it was just the top deck and the bottom floor. But still, it looks like top deck. So this one is one we were looking at. So it looks like top deck and bottom level. The middle level, this could be like Central Park. I can't read this. Oh, terrace with water for individuals. Oh, this is like Central Park. So in case you guys aren't familiar with Central Park, which is downtown Punta Cana, you could buy a terrace upstairs for 25 grand. The terrace upstairs, even though at Central Park it was just grass, a lounge, nice. It looks like in Cap Cana, they're like, forget the grass stuff. We're going to have water up there for you, a jacuzzi as they call it, not really jets. But they're going to have a pool up there and a seating lounge area. That's what this looks like. So we'll have to talk with Estacio about this, because that's what that looks like to me. And that would not surprise me in Cap Cana instead of just the, yeah, that's what it is. That's pretty sweet. Got to give him credit on that one. Got to give him credit. Yeah, and Cana Rock Properties, Star has it. Universe also has swim ups, but on the lower level. Vista Cana has lagoon residences on the lower level. The beach, the arena at the beach, they have theirs on the lower level as well. That's why I like that. But by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the beach, the one bedrooms apparently are now $112,000. Just to give you an idea, when I went there 7 months ago, it was $89,000 if you'd have bought a one bedroom at the arena. All right. So prices are going up, and they have every reason to be going up, because if you missed the last live stream, then you guys know Dominican today, we have Russians that are adding flights from June 23rd to October 19th. We have Spain adding flights into Punta Cana. We have another country, which I can't remember the one, also adding flights into Punta Cana and Dominican Republic territories. So they're back at it even during mid-low season. I call it mid-season. It's not low season. Summer is mid-season. But again, this is great for everybody who's invested in the Punta Cana Dominican Republic markets. So once again, we're almost at 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to wrap this up. So if you have any more questions, I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank Wilson Khoo for giving people this information that can help a lot of people. There we go. Iberia Airlines exactly was one of them. That's it exactly. And also Spain had that weird one. Wasimo Airlines was another one. And then the Russian airline. And yeah, this is going to be exciting. And again, I am bullish. It doesn't mean much because everybody invests. Do your due diligence. And yes, Russia has flights to the DR now. They just made a deal for June 23rd to like October 19th. In fact, it might still be up on Dominica today. Let's go look. It might still be there, because that is a headliner during low season and mid-season, I guess we'll call it. I don't see it. It's gone. Yesterday's news, not there. Today we have news. Let's go with tourism. How about that? We'll go see if it. There we go. Azur Air. There you go. Azur Air. 110 flights. January 23rd to October 29th. They've been approved. It's a wrap. All right. So there we have it. Spirit plans to fly to Santo Domingo from Miami Airport. Air Century, Sky Cana launch, Miami Punta Cana route. We have something else happening here, ladies and gentlemen. June 14th, Sky Cana launch, Miami Punta Cana route. Okay, we have a private. Air Century and Sky Cana began their first connection on the Miami Punta Cana route this Friday. Dress to go, Puerto Plata logo, the Sky Cana aircraft A321, 200 passengers. 220 passengers arrived, all American tourists. All right, Florida has what? Miami area has what? 3 million people roughly between Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, Miami. 15,000 visitors this summer is what they expect. South Florida. Okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's getting into the act. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. Thanks, Eric. Thanks for the gems, family. That's right. Had those pen pads and papers ready. Good night, everyone. Thank you. See you later, Moses TV. The Russians will turn it into the Russian culture in DR like they did in Goa. Exactly. Latin food done Russian style. Exactly. That's how they are. I already know the complex that I stayed in, one of the Russian guys was already running it. Even though it was a HOA, he was running the HOA, acting like a jerk, quite frankly. I just got to call it like I see it. So that's how it is, ladies and gentlemen. But once again, tonight's subject matter, I hope you understood what I was trying to say, why you aren't getting ahead and how you can get ahead. And once again, what goes up during inflation is assets, our assets. That is real estate. That is crypto. I mean, not crypto, but gold and silver and precious metals. Those go up. Real estate, asset, that goes up. Anything that is an asset will rise during inflation, and you want to be in that rise. You don't want to have to sit there and be grabbing at those assets after inflation kicks in and you don't have them, because now you have to make more money to buy the assets. So if you can get your hands on some assets where there's no credit check, no qualifying, and all you have to do is put down 1,000 to reserve and maybe 10,000 to 15,000 to get in on the payment plan, again, no qualifying, no credit checks, then why wouldn't you do that to get assets? All right. Especially in tourist areas, especially in Dominican Republic, who has been going around the world seeking tourism to come there. So you have to get in on this, in my opinion. All right. Do your due diligence. I have videos on Punta Cana area for you. All right. So here we are. Lufthansa also announced new flights into Punta Cana. The Punta Cana appetite all over the world. There we go. So in case you don't know about Punta Cana, Victor Marrero unearthed the information about 10 to 15% more tourists is expected in the upcoming years, 2022, 2023. The record was 6.5 million tourists a year that went to Dominican Republic. If this thing goes like it's supposed to, then that means they're going to be approaching 8 million tourists after this year. With that, you're going to have all of these properties that have now come on board. All these pre-construction properties, and not all of them are going to be finished next year. Like none of my properties are going to be finished in 2022. They're going to be finished in 2023. So they're still not going to have enough units. So that means Victor Marrero, if his is done in June of next year, he's going to be able to charge a premium because there's not going to be enough units on the island. And that's where you want to set yourself up for, where you don't have to look for customers. Just like we've talked before, if you don't have to look for customers, like if you can put something on Amazon, something on eBay, something on Facebook Marketplace, and then go on about your business, put your listing on Airbnb or VRBO, and all you get is something saying, hey, I want to reserve your place, is available, or people trying to book it, and all you have to do is say accept. That's how you want to be. And if you're in a high supply, a limited supply, high demand area, like in Punta Cana potentially, or Dominican Republic potentially, that means you can rent more, or because you have a high amount of demand, you can rent less because you have more people renting. You have two ways that you can win. All right. So keep that in mind. And the property values are going up as we speak. All right. So again, the biggest transfer of wealth is happening right now. Are you going to be in? And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. That's why please do not miss Friday Night Live when we have Mr. Estacio on, a realtor in the Punta Cana, Dominican Republic area. And I just showed you two of the units or complexes that they have strictly for them, and they're selling right now in Cap Cana. Never mind the ones they're selling in downtown Punta Cana. Never mind the ones they're selling in the Vista Cana complex and whatever other places that they have. They are the master brokers. You can only go through them. And we're going to have the man on Friday night. So if you have any questions for Punta Cana real estate, it's now the time to bring it. And who knows, you might find something that you like. All right. We're just going to talk, but I'll have some stuff on the screen for you by then. All these PDFs I'll have on the screen for you on Friday night, so you guys will be able to see it up close and personal. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.